Welcome to The Lift with Sheila Robinson Kiss. Come on in. There's always a special place set aside for you here where you can relax, kick up your heels, pour yourself a nice, refreshing drink, and prepare to be lifted and soar. Thanks so much and welcome back. Your personality, watered down, non-existent. What a shame. You know, there is a plague spreading through the land that I want to talk to you about today. And that plague is called the watered down personality. Please consider this message a public service announcement. And the message is, don't miss out on you in this lifetime. I'll say it again. The message is, don't miss out on you in this lifetime. You know, I've worked with so many lovely people who have been hoodwinked, snookered, and bamboozled into believing that something is wrong with them and their personality. In some cases, this is true, but in a lot of cases, it's just a flat out lie. You know, and the problem is they've watered down their personality so much to accommodate and fit the mold of other people that they don't even know if they're coming or going. So the question becomes, okay, Sheila, it sounds good. What parts of my personality do I change or eliminate in this lifetime? And I'm just going to give you the simple, straightforward answer. You change or eliminate the parts of your personality that are corrosive or destructive to you or other people. And you'll know that those parts are corrosive and destructive because they keep coming up and keep tripping you up and keep getting in the way. However, you keep and cultivate the parts of your personality that lift up your life in vibration and lift up the lives in vibration of the people who are in your life. You know, the older I get, I just don't see the point. I don't see the point in living this life and being in this skin if we're not able to catch and enjoy the full vibration of ourselves or the people in our lives. It just doesn't make any sense because that's not living. You know, at this point, everyone in my life, and I'm talking about the people that are really on the interior of my life, that I vibe with, that I flow with, these folks enjoy my essence and personality. I don't say this as a boast or a brag, and Lord knows I hope the same is true for you. At some point, we all have to come to the reckoning. You know, you have to have that come to Jesus talk in the mirror, that I'm not going to live a watered down existence, because if you do it too much, you're left with nothing at all. You know, so many of us, including myself at one time, have done, let's just call it the water dance. You know, and when I was doing that water dance, trying to be all things to all people, I was never more disconnected and disappointed in my life. You know, being everything to everyone, and there was nothing left for myself. I was at a restaurant a couple weeks ago, and I ordered a cup of coffee. I was ready for a nice, bold, robust cup of coffee. And they brought me something that was so watered down. You know, I thought to myself, you know, what is this? Please, you know, thank you so much. I think I'll just have some ice water, because that's what it is in the first place. Your personality, the essence of who you are, adds the flavor and the taste to your life. You know, are we to be loving and accommodating human beings to one another? Yes. I love people. I love to lift them up. I love to accommodate them and help them to be at their best. But there is a line. There is a line, and I draw the line, and I hope you will too, at the cost of yourself, at the cost of being who and what you came to the planet to be. I worked with a lovely, lovely man some years ago, and the best description that I could give you of this man was he was an amazing, interesting, kind introvert. He was a very quiet man, more of a turtle personality. And he married a woman. He'd been married for 7 years. And this woman had spent 7 years trying to turn him into something that he was not, dragging him to parties. She changed the way he dressed. I want you to be more bubbly, more outgoing. She had never stopped once to appreciate and see the essence of this man. He was a good listener. He was loyal. He was well read. He was an amazing conversationalist, had many hobbies and interests, none of which she was interested in. And over the 7 years, this man had fallen into a depression. I wasn't surprised, because he was basically a shell of himself. And he let that happen. He allowed his personality to get so watered down that he was unrecognizable to himself. I gave both of them the same advice. If you cannot come to a consensus and appreciate one another, stop trying to water this man down, stop letting yourself get watered down, then you need to find different partners. You need to find a different program. And incidentally, he loved his flow and vibe and his personality, spending hours reading, traveling, learning new things, being introspective, being more of a quiet participant in life. She's the one that had the problem, and often this is the case. I got a letter some years ago from an individual I had shared some time with, basically picking me apart and certain characteristics in my personality. Oh, Sheila, you're too much here, this, that, and the third. I read the letter. No problem. We all want feedback. I read it and I did respond. And my response was, you know what, baby? It's called passion. It's called personality. And I'm not going to water it down for you or anyone else. There is some lily of the valley out there for you. Go find her. I enjoy my vibe, my flow, my personality. We have to get clear on something. You're not going to be everyone's cup of tea. You're not going to be everyone's cup of tea in this lifetime. And shame on you. Shame on you if you spend a lifetime trying to shape shift and mold yourself and cut up parts of yourself to fit someone's definition and description of what you should be. Don't let it happen, my friend. Do not let that happen. Find out who you are. Find out who you are and be the best of who you are. This vibration will resonate with the world and the people that you came here to connect with. I hope my message today made a difference for you, and thank you so much. I'll see you next time.